friends, Zoey here. I hope you're having an amazing day. I am so excited to sit down and talk with you guys today. I have really missed a regular main channel schedule. I feel like it's just been such a beautiful journey sharing my life with you for over the past 5 years. And what's pretty synchronous about this video is that I actually started my YouTube channel in September. It's September right now, and I was trying to film it in the main room in my villa, but there's an echo in there, and then I moved outside and then the pool was quite loud. So now I'm on my bed, sitting down on my bed talking to you like I was many years ago in the city of Toronto. But today I'm in Bali. I have moved to Bali, Indonesia as of 4 months ago, and my life has never been better. So in this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you how I manifested moving to Bali within 3 months, because this was a decision, an opportunity that presented itself in my mind, and I solely just went for it. And when you truly go for it, that's when this vacuum effect of manifestation happens and everything unfolds all at once. So I am here to share some inspiration and some light and some positive energy with you today. So if you haven't already subscribed, please click that subscribe button down below, hit thumbs up, and let's get started. Alright guys, so to start off this video today, I want to give a big thank you to our sponsor, which is Luisa. So Luisa is a sustainable jewelry company that I have been partnering with for the last few years, so you probably recognize them. I'm always sporting their beautiful gold-plated pieces. Today I'm wearing my favorite earrings and my favorite necklace, so I'll be sure to leave the link for Luisa down below. If you guys didn't already know, Luisa offsets 100% of their carbon emissions, making them a carbon neutral company. And they also use recycled materials whenever possible. I've been sporting the Luisa pieces for the past few years, and I've absolutely loved them. They are incredible quality. They're wonderful gifts to give people. I give Luisa pieces as gifts because I know that they are timeless, and not just timeless in the designs that they have and just how beautiful the pieces are, but because they last. They do not tarnish. They are well and beautifully crafted. Personally, I love to stack and layer the Luisa pieces. I generally stick to gold jewelry, so what I love about the Luisa gold is that it all matches, and then I can switch and change things. They also have different packages where you can get 2 necklaces, 3 necklaces. Today I'm wearing what I like to call my croissant earrings because I love croissant and they kind of look like them. So to celebrate, like I said, September as Sustainability Month, Luisa is offering my audience 10% off with the code Zoey10 by using the unique link down below. So be sure to click that link and you can check out more about Luisa's mission, their beautiful pieces, and perhaps give something to yourself or someone that you love in your life. Thank you again to Luisa, and let's get into this story time. It's an exciting one, you guys, because I'm in Bali. I just moved into my long-term villa. You guys can follow along on my vlog channel for more like villa tours and what I've been up to day-to-day life in Bali. At the beginning of 2021, if you would have told me that I was moving to Bali, I would have been super stoked, but I would have had absolutely no idea what you were talking about. And that's because this idea presented itself to me and I just decided to go for it. Like I've gone for it before in moving to Italy, moving to Rome, but it wasn't something that I had planned. And I first want to circle back to where I was in 2020, because for the majority of 2020 and the beginning of 2021, I was in a dark night of the soul. And I would say that I'm not fully, completely out of that. And if we're talking in metamorphosis stages, I'm definitely like a fresh out of the cocoon butterfly, but I'm not fully the butterfly yet. That's what I feel in my energy anyways. So for those of you who aren't familiar, a dark night of the soul is basically a season of your life where you're forced to, universal laws and feelings is like you are forced to look at things that you might have suppressed. Things from your past traumas, or anything that you just might have decided not to look at. And for me, the case and point of it was that I was forced to look at a lot of the trauma that I had with my relationship with my mother and healing that, and different ways in which I felt deeply unlovable. And I spent the majority of the year healing that, and what it looked like was a lot of crying, a lot of holding space for myself, a lot of journaling, a lot of just getting to know myself on a deeper level and loving myself on a deeper level. So in hindsight, I can say that it was a very beautiful healing experience, but on the day-to-day, it looked like me crying a lot. And I kind of had this notion of, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. And for me personally, 30's around the corner. 30's in a couple months. I'm single, didn't really have any attachments, wasn't happy in Toronto, knew I didn't want to be there, but didn't really know where I wanted to go. And all of a sudden, Bali started to present itself in February, the beginning of February. I remember this. There was a week when Bali started to come to me in my dreams and in some synchronicities, magical synchronicities, I might say. Like in the span of 1 week, I had 3 one-on-one coaching clients talk to me about Bali or ask me if I've been to Bali, things like that. And I was like, no, I've never been to Bali. And like, I think Bali would suit you. And other synchronicities were friends telling me to make a move. Like, why don't you move somewhere though? Like, you're not attached to Toronto. You don't have any property in Canada. Like, you can still go live that digital nomad life. And upon hearing that for myself, I'm like, you know what? Yeah. Like, I've been locked up in my condo for over a year. I miss travel so much. I love travel. Travel is what lights me up inside, and that's why I worked so hard for this digital nomad life. So I kind of realized, like, okay, well, now that I've healed myself, I definitely came back to Toronto for some solid reasons, some solid lessons, and I feel like all that's been healed and learned, and I now feel like it's time for me to go out into the world, to do something magnificent again. And what I want to point out about that is that do not let the external circumstances dictate what you feel is right for you inside. Because I could have listened to the news, I could have listened to all sorts of different narratives out there telling me that it would be impossible to move during a global pandemic, but I answered to my heart instead. And what that looked like was listening to the synchronicities and paying attention and being grateful for everything that was presenting itself around Bali, but noticing how it felt in my heart space and noticing that it felt resonant to who I am. It felt exciting. And when I finally just decided to say yes to Bali, I remember this. I was with my friends, I was having dinner at my best friend Leah's house, and I just committed. We were there with a couple of our girlfriends, Leah's partner Clay, and I'm like, you know what? Why not? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. And I remember I went home that night and I couldn't sleep because I was so excited. My heart was just expanding in my chest, and for the first time, and I can tell you, over a year, I felt excited about something. Because when you're going through a dark night of the soul, it's hard to be excited. And I would just want to validate any of you who are there. It's hard to be excited, I get it. It's hard to navigate those points in time when you're healing some really deep, dark stuff. And so for me to have this inner excitement start to happen, I was like, wow, I'm remembering a part of me. I'm remembering that exciting, adventurous, young 20-something-year-old Zoey who ventured off to Italy. It was very, very much that same feeling of life is an adventure and I'm going to live it. And I'm going to live it for me. First and foremost, I'm going to choose myself, and I'm going to focus on myself, and I'm going to focus on what feels exciting to me. So, like I said, I was so excited I couldn't sleep. And once I committed, everything fell into place. And that's when this vacuum effect of manifestation happens, is when you go full force into what you know is right for you and you stop paying attention to the external world. So what did that look like? Because I know that a lot of us might have different opinions to family members and friends when it comes to making big life decisions. For me personally, I like to keep big things a secret. Like if I make a big decision, yes, I told my parents, and yes, I told the people close to me, but I did keep it a little bit of a secret and a surprise for you guys. And part of that reason is because I feel like when I make decisions in my life, and this is a personal thing for me, I like to keep them inside, because inside they start to build this life of their own, which allows me to start my visualization process in quantum manifestation, as in visualizing in that state akin to sleep, the Neville Goddard and Dr. Joe Dispenza type method of manifestation that Lo and I actually have a course on, I'll leave down below, called QC Squared, the Quantum Creators course. I find that it's easier for me to build up my visions, build up my belief in myself when I'm not allowing any contra energy in. And what I mean by contra energy is, like, I was not watching the news, I was not absorbing other people's narratives, I wasn't going around telling everyone what I was going to do, so that people could share their opinions with me, because I knew inside what I had to do, and that's all that mattered. So in following that path, everything started to fall into its alignment. And when you choose something that feels exciting to you in that heart space, I want to validate once again, when it feels exciting to you and you decide to commit to that, that's when you allow everything to fall into place magically, and it did. I had some doubts and some resistance, like, how am I going to sell all of my belongings? Or is it really okay for me to defer school that I was taking on Zoom? And the answer was yes. It was actually so easy. Everything that seemed like it would be really hard, like let's say selling all of my belongings, happened so fast. I shared that day to day on my vlog channel, where I was selling almost everything I own on Facebook Marketplace, and everything went so fast. It went in a matter of a couple weeks. I got to meet some of you guys in Toronto, which was so exciting, and I just had the time of my life doing that. Because also in that part of the journey, I realized that, you know, none of the physical material things mattered. At the end of the day, all that matters is following your heart and answering to the path that is truest for you. And I truly believe that when you answer to your heart, the universe conspires, right? It's like that Paulo Coelho quote. Once you decide what you want, the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it, right? And when you can focus on how good things are going for you and how easy and effortless things are falling into place, every little bit of ease, if you can grasp onto that and feel gratitude for that, more and more will come. Because what you focus on, you create more of, right? So in things aligning for me, like sending an email and being able to defer school like that, I said thank yous. I would literally say thank you out loud in my condo alone. Because every time something fell into place, I made it mean that I was that much closer to getting to Bali. There might be some people out there who would say, well, don't put all your eggs in one basket or whatever. That's what I did. I mean, I want you to be responsible in your decisions, but what I'm saying is I literally sold everything I own. I detached from anything material or anything that was keeping me to Toronto, and I bought that ticket to Bali. I got my Kita's arrangement, like my visa arrangement that would allow me to live in Indonesia for 2 years. I got everything, and I went. I showed up at the airport, also documented all of that, and I just was in full commitment to what I had decided for myself. In regards to what I can give you as tangible advice for this story, is to honor what's in here. Your desires are divine, and you wouldn't have them if they weren't meant for you. You wouldn't have visions for your life. You wouldn't be excited about things if they weren't meant for you. We are all unique human beings, and me moving to Bali really excited me, but maybe you have no desire to go to Bali. Maybe you want to move to France. Maybe you don't want to move anywhere at all. Maybe you just want to buy a house. Whatever feels exciting to you is meant for you. We all want different things in this world because we're all part of a divine orchestration. We are all expressions of the universe, as in we are all different aspects of the universe recognizing and understanding itself and unfolding and expanding. So you wanting something different than me, like let's say you're out there and you want to buy a car, that's fantastic. I say go for it. Go for whatever those divine desires are for you. We are all part of something much greater, and the more that we can acknowledge those exciting impulses inside of us, we are doing our job. And when we follow those, we feel good and we're in alignment, and then we become the magnets too, or we become in that vacuum of manifestation where everything happens so perfectly and so divinely. So step one is acknowledging that inside of you. Follow your dreams, follow your heart. It is possible for you. It is meant for you. Take this as a sign right now. And step two would just get clear, right? Get clear in your mind and recognize any limiting beliefs or anything that's trying to talk you out of it, and just remember that positive excitement inside, right? That resonance inside, and decide that anything that tells you otherwise is a lie, and you can take a look at it, you can examine it, you can thank it, and then let it go, right? Start to rewire your brain towards that of which you are desiring, towards the path of that of which you are creating for yourself. Next, I mentioned the Neville Goddard technique of manifestation, which is getting yourself into that state akin to sleep and starting to visualize already being in that place of which you desire. I've never been to Bali, I've never been to the side of the world before, but I did it at night before I would fall asleep, or just when I felt like meditating. In the middle of the day, I would go to Bali in my mind, and I would walk down the beach, and I would look at the beautiful jungly trees. And I can tell you, it's as simple as that, right? Spending some time in your mind, in the power that is your imagination. Next, like I said, I protected my energy, I protected my ideas from any contra energy. I decided to only share the world of my decision with those who I love and trusted, and who, you know, knew are there for me, right? My number ones. They were there to cheer me on. They were there to be excited for my journey, and excited to come visit me one day, ultimately. So I kept it a secret in my internal world, and just really protected the beautiful visualization and that momentum that was being cultivated. Next, I took action. I took aligned action, selling everything that I owned. That was a process in itself. I didn't just decide I was getting rid of everything. I had attachments to some of my physical items, but I started to take steps and steps and steps until all of a sudden everything was gone. And in that, I learned a lot about myself, right? Letting go of these different layers, learning different lessons about things that I obtained or consumed that I didn't exactly need, right? I went on another minimalist journey, if you will. Moved to Bali with a couple suitcases. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? But yeah, anyways, and then like I said, I had gratitude. I said thank you out loud. I wrote in my journal every day about how thankful I was that I had something to be excited about in my life, that I knew what I wanted. And for those of you out there who might not know what you want, I would just want to plant the seed that it's coming, right? Intend for it and it will happen. I spent a long period of time not excited about much, healing a lot for months and months, and I wondered what was on the other side of it, because it felt really dark, it felt really scary. And what I can say is, on the other side of it in Bali, my life has never been more beautiful, never been more abundant, never been more easy and in flow. With that, I also want to say it doesn't matter what the external or environmental circumstances are, like the state of the world right now. I know there's a lot of different narratives flying out there, but remember, you are a ninja of the matrix. You can make things happen, okay? Visit that place that is your imagination, trust the impulses that are in your heart, and cultivate gratitude, because anything you want is yours. Your desires are divine. And that being said, if any of you do feel comfortable in just stating it and setting an intention to the world, setting something into motion right now, drop it down in the comments. What are you intending for? Maybe it's clarity, maybe it's a new car, maybe it's a house, maybe it's a move to Europe. Let me know. You can state it here. Know that it's a safe place to do so. It is a positive environment down there in the comments. And I'm just wishing you all the best. Trust in yourself, trust in your heart, trust in the universe. Take this as your sign. And as we're coming to an end of this video, I just want to give another big thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring today's video. You guys get 10% off of Ana Luisa with the code Zoey10. So be sure to check out that link down below. Get yourself something beautiful, or for someone you love in your life, and celebrate. Celebrate you, celebrate the divine, beautiful experience that life is. And I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye.